Hi guys, and welcome to some more Dirt Rally action on the PlayStation 4. We would really appreciate if you could hit the like and subscribe buttons to support what we do. So we are here in Germany, the Rushberg stage, long stage, and driving the Fiat 131 R-Bath. Great car. So I skin it around that hairpin there. So, you know, this was just 7 minutes of just sheer pleasure and sheer adrenaline. So this Rushberg stage, as I come around this square left end, lots of tight turns on this stage. It really surprised me, my first time at this stage, and I just could not believe the amount of, you know, hairpins, square turns and acute turns that the stage was thrown at me. So the stage is 35% asphalt, 62% concrete and 3% cobblestone. Again, look at these very tight turns. Got to be careful not to cut because you've got the stones on the inside. When they tell you not to cut, you've got to make sure you don't cut. So here at midday, clear conditions. Very tricky turn this, I wasn't quite sure where the road was leading. And again into another very, very tight turn. So down at the first gear, struggling a little bit through there, keeping it in first through here. Up into second before, once again taking a very sharp turn. And again, look at that, another square right. So, you know, it's hard to build up a bit of momentum and flow when you've got all these very tight turns. Another one here, unbelievable. So the track length is just over 10,000 meters long, so it's a pretty long stage. You've really got to be sort of on your game, listening to your co-driver as we break down the second gear here for the square left, and yet another square left after.
100 crest.
Really unusual stage. And again, look at this, a hairpin right. So down at the second, down at the first, very tight hairpin. Wasn't expected to be so tight. I was going to take it initially in second, but thought better of it and stuck it into first. Skidding it around there nicely. Then you can see the lovely hot air balloons in the background, some nice scenery. So a little bit of a jump there. The Fiat 131 R-Bath is 5-speed. I'm in fifth gear right now, and it has, you know, a decent 230 bhp, so a decent amount of horsepower, certainly for a car that's you know, very light. Loving the cockpit view. Look at the detail in the dash. All the different dials and switches and knobs and buttons and colours. You know, fantastic detail. Really has to be said. And again, you know, as always with Dirt Rally, the cars sound very, very impressive indeed. So we just passed the 3 minute mark then into this acute right. Going to break down. Second gear. Thought better of it into first. Really struggling through there.
Keep left over crest, 100.
So coming up to, you know, there's a lot of turns over crests in this stage, so it was very difficult. Didn't know quite where to brake. You know, there I broke a little bit early. Wasn't quite sure where I was going. But you know, it's just a matter of getting used to the track. You know, if I'd have ran this track a number of times, you know, you obviously get to learn the track, build up your confidence. You know where to brake. You know exactly where all the turns are coming up. But it does require a bit of practice. Got to spend a bit of time with each course. Of course, that's one complaint with Dirt Rally. It just simply doesn't have enough content. You know, the game's been out for what, about 3 months now, I think. And you know, we yet to see any track DLC. You know, there's plenty of cars there. Okay, it doesn't have as many as Sebastian Loeb Rally Evo, but you know, Sebastian Loeb has absolutely tons. So honestly, I believe there's enough cars in Dirt Rally. But what it does need desperately is stages, basically, and rallycross stages as well, because there's only 3, of course. So we are coming past the we're well past the 4 minute mark now, and I just was caught out a little bit there. Wasn't quite sure where the turn was, and we're well over the halfway mark now. Then.
Past junction.
So yet another square right. So getting down, second gear. You know, you've got to be careful around the turns when you're exiting a sharp bend. You know, I mean, you can put a reasonable amount of accelerator on, but you can't just sort of slam it on like a switch, because you know you will unsettle the car, of course. Nice, coming nicely through the section downhill then. So building up plenty of speed up into 5th gear before braking hard. Second gear, give me the handbrake there, getting it round. Beautiful stuff. You know, very enjoyable stage. You know, okay, I did say that there was a lot of sharp turns that spoiled the flow a bit. But, you know, in between those sort of sharp turns, you do get these lovely sections. Uphill, downhills, you know, lovely stuff. Slight turn here over the crest, difficult stuff. Because you're never quite sure where the turn is. So you really got to trust your co-driver. So yet another hairpin then. Braking nice and early. Make sure I don't cut the turn with the stones on the inside. And again, another turn with the stones on the inside. So we're just keeping it nice and controlled. You know, I'm more about control than out-and-out speed. I'd much rather have a controlled lap that's slower than a lap that's, you know, bonkers fast, but just completely on the edge. Because I do like to drive these cars as I feel I would in real life. I don't want to sort of sling around every turn like a madman. You know, I'm much more after the control, because that's where I get the pleasure. So, square right again. Almost making contact there with the rocks on the outside, but we're okay. So we're past the 6-minute mark then. So we've got about 45 seconds to go. You know, as always with Dirt Rally, fantastic game. It certainly is my game of the year so far. Lots of fun, but you know, very tense at the same time. You know, especially when you're recording, you don't want to make mistakes, especially when you're deep into a stage as I am now. So I'm a little bit tentative around a few of these turns. But you know, fantastic game, fantastic fun. You know, great handling, lovely sound. Graphics are decent enough as well, so it does, you know, it's a fantastic package. And very much look forward to seeing what Dirt Rally or Codemasters can do in the future. So taking out a bit of the German wildlife there, as we now approach the 7-minute mark. So coming up to the very last parts of the stage, I believe. Or have we got a little bit more to go? No, I think we've got a little bit more to go. Oh no, we haven't. So there's the finish. So that was it for Dirt Rally. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we'll have more on the title very soon. Thanks for watching.